Hi, I'm Mary and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I like to share with you how to make cute, simple things. And today what we're going to do is we're going to make some cute bookmarks that are from other things that we already have, such as a greeting card that you love or a painting that either that you love or that you're not sure what to do with it, or maybe it's not one of your favorites, but it would turn into adorable bookmarks. So for example, here's a greeting card that I really love that could become like 3 bookmarks, or here's a painting that I did and that also could turn into about 3 bookmarks. So I hope that you'll stick around and see how I turn my painting into 3 really pretty bookmarks, and I show you some little tricks of the trade, and I would love to hear other ways that you might know that you can embellish bookmarks. So stick with us. Today I want to show you something quick and easy but very fun to do. So if you have a painting that you're not sure what to do with, or even if you have a greeting card that you love, you can turn it into bookmarks. And then they could also have a new life of their own that you could use for yourself or share with a friend, someone who loves books. So for example, this pretty card, I just love it. This is all glittery here. I could easily cut this card into thirds. So like say here and here, and each section would have something very pretty on it. You know, it would show part of the flower. And this third section over here, it would say, take care of your precious self, which I think is so sweet. So that would be one way to turn a store-bought greeting card into 3 bookmarks. I'm not going to cut this one up though, because I love this card so much. I just like to keep it and look at it. But if you have a painting that you've done and you're not sure what to do with it, it could be a painting that you don't love, or that you were just testing something out on, or whatnot. So this one, I thought I would cut this one up into bookmarks, this picture of tulips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my handy dandy paper cutter, and I already marked off into thirds, so I know about where to cut. So let me just put it in here, and we'll just give it a little cut. So there's the first piece, and let me do the next one. Okay, so we have three pretty bookmarks. Now this one, it's just colorful, so the person who gets it may not know what this once was, but you could embellish it. And that's what I think we're going to do on this first one. We're going to do a little bit of embellishing. And so what we're going to do is, I have a corner cutter here. I'm going to round the corners on it, give it a little bit of a softer look. And if you don't have a corner cutter, you can always just use scissors to do exactly the same thing. This is on watercolor paper. So there's that's how it looks. See how much softer that looks? Another thing that we can do is, and I'm going to use my ruler just to mark halfway, because I want to punch a hole. I'm going to punch a hole in here. So it looks like halfway is about like so. So I'm going to punch a hole so I can put a ribbon through it. So something like that. I've got a cute hole puncher. It's like a little flower. And then we could, I think I'll use this blue ribbon. We'll put some ribbon through it. So we'll just cut a little piece of ribbon. I keep these little, if you buy ribbon and it has this little sticky thing, I keep it so that when I I need to get some regular scissors. Here we go. So when I, want to put the ribbon back, I can put that on there to keep it from unrolling. So we'll cut it in half, and then I fold the ribbon in half, and I put the loop through the little hole. You pull it through, and when you pull it through, whoops, let's see. I feel like I'm doing this backwards. Maybe not. No, it's fine. So, okay, so I pulled the loop through, and then I'm going to just pull the two tails through the loop, like so. And look how cute that is. And I think this bookmark is fine just as it is. That would make a sweet little gift that you could give to someone, especially if you're giving them, well, you could put it inside their, maybe a birthday card, or if you're giving them a book or a journal, that would be adorable to put in there. So there's our first bookmark. Now this one, which has a lot of lovely painting on it, I think what I'm going to do is I have some pinking shears. These are like scalloped, and I think I'm going to just, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little narrow line around the card, and then I'm going to use that for cutting. And I'm going to make a scalloped edge on it, and that will just level it up a little bit. So you could use pinking shears if you have those. I just happen to have these scallop shears from a long, long time ago. Okay, so I'm going to just cut using these scallop shears. Just go real quick here. And this is going to make an adorable bookmark. And one more. Oh, I do like this. So let me move this out of the way. So now, and I think on this one, I'm also going to punch a hole. And see, it's about like that. And you can just eyeball it too. So I'll punch a hole. And then I've also got some pinkish yarn, or not yarn, but ribbon that I could use for this one. And I don't measure this, I just basically eyeball it. It's maybe like a foot, but you could do it with a much smaller amount of ribbon. So again, you just fold it and you take that loop and you push it through the hole. And when the loop comes through, you take the other two ends and pull them through. And so there, we've got two nice bookmarks. Okay, so now on this one, I'm thinking I'm going to round the corners on this one, and then I thought it would be nice to write a nice quote about books on here. So let's do that. Get my corner punch again. Whoops. I love a corner punch because it makes it look so much softer. For a long time, I didn't even know I had a corner punch. This is actually a little tool that's meant for making envelopes, and I didn't realize I had this corner punch. Sometimes, and oftentimes, we have things that we don't even know that we have. So this bookmark looks lovely with the beautiful rounded corners. And maybe what we could do on this one is we could write a nice quote about a book on here. I looked one up that I really thought was nice, and it says, "A book is a gift you can open again and again," and it's by Garrison Keillor. So I think I'll write that on here. And maybe what I'll do is I'll draw myself just a little guideline. So I'm not writing up a hill or anything like that. Ooh, I can barely see that. Might have to do it a little bit darker. There we go. So we'll write, a book is a gift. You can open again. You can open again and again. There. And that adds kind of a nice little decorative touch, and I think I'll give credit there to Garrison Keillor. Maybe some quote marks around it. I think that's very nice. And otherwise, oh, I think we'll do a hole punch on this one as well. So actually, I kind of think maybe this one is just fine plain. So when I'm sure that the ink dries, I will erase the pencil lines. But you could also write something on the back, or at least put your name and maybe a little sentiment and the date on it. But I think that looks wonderful. You know what? I am going to add one more thing to this. You're going to think this is funny, but I often use glittery nail polish, and this one has very little left. So now that I said I'm going to use it, I'm hoping I can get some out. But so what I like about this is when you use it to add glitter, the glitter never comes off. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glitter to the flower petals. I don't know if you can see that, but it is really pretty. It's a gold glittery nail polish. This one is a Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. And I usually never pay more than about $3 for one of these, and they last a long time, so I've used most of it up. I'm not real fond of it on fingernails, but I do love it to decorate cards. So there, now that adds something very special to this. So I'll bring it up a little closer. Can you see that? It's pretty. So once it's dry, that glitter will never come off. So I hope you really enjoyed this. We took one painting and turned it into 3 bookmarks, and I think all of them are pretty nice. It's a nice way to just use up either store-bought greeting cards or to use paintings that maybe aren't your favorite or that you would just like to turn into something colorful and to give away. Well, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed my video, I will really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, and I would love to have you as one of my subscribers. Thank you so very much for taking time to watch, and I will see you next time. Bye.